All right, guys, so we have a video here that's mostly, it's for men. If you're a girl, you can kind of see it as well and just kind of understand, the dynamics of this book and what it's trying to explain. But the book is for men. It's called The Way of the Superior Man. And there's a lot of excellent points in this book, but I'm gonna go through the four main ones that I thought stood out a little bit. Even though, this book is, again, this is another book that's jam-packed with information, because I'm not bringing anything to you guys that's not an excellent, an excellent book. I'm only reviewing the best of the best books on this channel. When I say reviewing, I mean summarizing, but let's get straight into it, okay? So as a superior man, listen to a woman, but always make your own decisions. Don't ever make decisions to only make them happy. So you listen to your woman, but you don't make decisions to only make them happy. You never do anything that you do not want to do in order to make her happy, because that's not what's gonna actually make her happy long run. She wants you to do what you wanna do, ultimately, okay? And it's too often, like in the modern world, where guys are just bending way too much to try to make their significant others happy. It just happens far too often. And at the end of the day, it's just, if you're always giving her exactly what she wants, eventually she's gonna lose respect for you. So you gotta be careful doing that. And also, she doesn't really know exactly what she wants. You gotta give her what she needs, because she doesn't really understand what she wants. She thinks she wants a certain something, and then you give it to her, and then you realize that's probably not what she wanted. So you don't really want to get stuck into that game, okay? So you basically just want to, you always want to be making the decisions. You want to listen, you want to be considerate, but you want to always be making the final decisions with everything, okay? Number 2, men grow when they are challenged, okay? And women grow when they are praised. So this is a fundamental difference between men and women. There's a lot of fundamental differences. But as men, we grow when we're challenged, when somebody's like, oh, you can't do something, or this and that. That's when we get fired up, when we start growing, we start, calling that, what's the word I'm looking for? Like I don't know which word I'm looking for there, but like, you basically level up your game when somebody's challenging you in a certain type of way. You step up and you level up. And the girls, they grow when they're praised. When you tell them, like when you validate them, okay, you're doing a great job doing that, right? Or you're doing good while you're doing this, or you did that in a spectacular way, whatever it may be. If you praise the behaviors that you like in your woman, she's gonna do more of that. And that's how they grow and they feel better. So you want to praise your woman from time to time and let them know that they're doing something that you like, okay? Number 3, masculine energy is driven by a sense of mission and freedom. Okay, so masculine energy is driven by a sense of mission and freedom. The feminine energy is driven and fulfilled by love, okay? So when we're looking at the masculine, the things that are most important for the masculine are mission and freedom. Mission could be anything. It could be whatever you think the purpose of your life is. If you're going towards something that's important to you, right? And if you're striving towards your goals, these are all mission-oriented things. That's very important to a man, and freedom is also extremely important to a man as well. I haven't met any guy in the world that freedom is not important for, and for me, like, it's my top priority over anything, right? If I feel like I'm losing my freedom, then I feel like I'm dying, I'm suffocating, So for the man, that's important to realize from both ends of the stick, because a man loves his freedom and his mission-based thinking, and a woman, her biggest priority is love, which is different than the man. See, the woman really wants love. They really want it. They crave it. They need it. And the man really craves and needs and wants to pursue his mission and to have a certain level of freedom. It's different for every guy, that level of freedom, but that's the most important thing for the masculine, and then the most important thing for the feminine is the love. So that's something to always keep in mind. Let's get straight to number 4. Be decisive to show more of your masculine. Don't ever force your woman into making a decision. You make the decisions and she will follow, okay? So as a man, as the masculine energy, you make the decisions and she will follow. You lead and she will follow. Don't put her in a place where she has to make, decisions consistently, or force her to make a certain decision. Like one of the things you see a lot on like random YouTube channels is when the guy asks the girl, what do you want to have for dinner? And she's always just like, she has no idea. I mean, sometimes she might be craving a certain something and she might tell you, but you don't put her in that spot and put her in that position to force her to make a decision where you're just bluntly asking her, like, what do you want for dinner? If she wants something very specific, she'll go ahead and tell you. And if you're craving it too, then have that. But the point is, to not put the woman into that spot where she's becoming a decision maker. As the man, as the masculine energy, you want to be the person that makes the decisions, or at least, almost all the decisions. Like, obviously you're gonna listen to her input, you're gonna take her, to whatever she says into consideration. But going back to number 1, you always listen to her and take it into consideration. But at the end of the day, as the masculine energy, you should be the one making all the decisions, okay? And so that's something to keep in mind. And if you resonate with anything that you've heard here on this video, then I highly recommend you read this book, because there's so much more. Some of it I don't even want to share on a YouTube video, but because, for different reasons. But there's a lot of, layers in this book, and it's a very, I think it's a mandatory read for any man, and I highly, highly recommend it. So pick it up and read it. If you guys have any questions or any disagreements with anything, then type it in the comments down below, and I'd love to have a little back and forth. Like we said, challenge the man, challenge. I'd love to be challenged in these videos. If you guys have any disagreements, go ahead and challenge me. Go ahead and challenge the author of this book. As men, we like to go back and forth sometimes, not in like a heated, argument type of way, but go ahead and call me out. Oh, Jack, I don't agree with this part because this, and that. And then let's discuss it in the comments, and let's go back and forth. And yeah, like the video, and subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.